Now that we're using Canvas as our exclusive gradebook for daily grading, there's a couple settings that you may want to change in your Canvas courses. This is a course setting, which means you'll have to change it in every single one of your courses, but it's pretty easy to do. So I'm going to open up a course here in Canvas, and in my sidebar here, if I go all the way down to the bottom, there's an option for settings. If I click on settings, there's two settings in here that I want to change. The first setting has to do with the ability to do a grading scheme. So by default, Canvas uses a grading scheme that uses pluses and minuses. Well, Pattonville does not recognize pluses and minuses in our grading scheme. We only use A, B, C, D, F, and not A plus, B plus, A minus, B minus, so on and so on. So to prevent any confusion with parents, so you don't have a parent upset that their kid got a B even though they get an 88% instead of a B plus, you can change this grading scheme. So if I simply check this box that says Enable Course Grading Scheme, I tell it to set that scheme. Again, this is what we're currently seeing. So if a kid has an 87, 88%, Canvas is going to show they have a B plus right now. But on the report card in PowerSchool will only show what Pattonville uses, which will give that student a B. It's still an 88%, but Canvas is going to show that as a B plus. So to prevent that, all I have to do is tell it to select another scheme and simply choose this ABCDF standard, the only option I should get, and tell it to use this grading standard. Now, Canvas on this specific course will only use ABCDF and won't do the pluses and minuses for everything. And so all I have to do is click done. Now, one other change you may want to consider is all the way down here at the bottom in that same settings section, there's an option that says More Options. Under More Options, there is a checkbox in here that says Hide Grade Distribution Graphs from Students. What this means is, by default, students will be able to see a distribution of how they did compared to everybody else in the class. So if there are 20 students in the class and your student got a 75, it'll show them the average score and how their grade compared to the other students in the class. For student privacy and simply to prevent any issues with parents, you may want to turn that off as well so they don't see where their grade rates. Again, personal preference, some people like it, some people don't, but if you want to turn that off, all you have to do is check that box and then update course details, and then that will be changed. Just make sure you do not turn off grade summary, otherwise students won't be able to see their final grades when they go into their Canvas dashboard. So once I've made any change or both changes, I have to hit this Update Course Details button to apply them. So just changing the grading scale, if I don't click this button, it won't update this setting. So I have to make sure that with either setting or both, I have to tell it to update those course settings while I'm done to make that change permanent. Now again, I've updated one course. Now I would simply go back to my dashboard, choose the next course, and do the same thing over and over and over again.